Hello everyone, here we are, Horse Pie again. Yesterday we read chapter 1 where, if you remember, old Jenny was on the beach. She was too old and slow for beach rides anymore, and Sam wrote a letter to the old horse's home, which is where Jenny arrived with the 3 giants. I remember their names: Captain, Ladybird and Herbert, but they were particularly unkind to Jenny. Chapter 2. Jenny stood watching the 3 big horses sadly. She thought of all her friends left behind on the beach, and she stretched out her neck and gave a series of creaking, groaning hee-haws, the loudest, most mournful noise imaginable. Many of the other horses and ponies in the field looked up at this sound, and one animal detached itself from the herd and came over to the donkey. It was a little old skewbald pony, bony and sway-backed, and it walked right up to Jenny and touched noses with her and said in a croaky voice, "Welcome." There's a few words in here I've not seen before. Skewbald, a skewbald pony. Let's explore that. Sway-backed. I think that means its back kind of goes in an arch because it's so old. "I don't think I am," Jenny said. "Those big horses were horrid to me." "Don't take no notice," said the skewbald pony. "They'm like that, them 3. My name's Alfie, by the way." "I'm Jenny." "Toffee-nosed lot they are," said Alfie, nodding his head towards the sycamore tree and the 3 big huge rumps, one black, one brown, one chestnut, of Captain and Ladybird and Herbert, and they're big-headed with it, not to mention the size of their backsides. "They are rather fat," said Jenny. "Fat as butter," said Alfie. "Just the job for the rustlers." Let's go back a second. What are toffee-nosed here? Toffee-nosed those lot are. Discuss that with an adult at home. If someone's toffee-nosed, what does that mean? Just the job for the rustlers. What are they? Horse thieves, chaps that do come round and nick horses. "How do you know about these rustlers?" said Jenny. "Heard tell of them from an old grey mare that used to live here. Dead now she is, but I can remember her telling me about these men that come round at night, usually, and steal livestock, cattle, sheep or horses. Once she saw a whole flock of sheep loaded up into a lorry and driven away." "But why would they want to steal those 3 big horses?" "To ship them across the water to France. It's not far. Be worth their while to come for those 3 great lumps of lard. Why, they must be worth nearly a ton apiece." "Sorry, they must weigh nearly a ton apiece," said Alfie. "But what would they send them to France for?" asked Jenny. "For meat," said Alfie. "Didn't you know they eat horses in France?" Jenny let out another ear-shattering bray. "Eat horses," she said. "How dreadful!" "Oh, I don't know," Alfie said. "After all, your Englishman eats beef and lamb and pork. It's just that he wouldn't think of eating horses. He'd sooner keep 'em in a home like this, costing hundreds of pounds to be looked after. But your Frenchman, he's got more sense. He sees a nice fat horse and he thinks to himself, 'Ooh la la, horse pie.'" "Do the French eat donkeys?" Jenny said. "I don't reckon so," Alfie said. "They wouldn't eat you, old girl, nor me, nor any of the old hat rats round here. We're all skin and bone. The rustlers wouldn't look at us, so don't worry your head about that." But Jenny did worry. She was a kindly animal by nature, and the thought of the possible danger to Captain and Ladybird and Herbert upset her very much. Rude and overbearing they might be, but the idea of those magnificent creatures being stolen and taken away by lorry and then shipped to France, there to be killed and made into horse pie, that was horrifying. Wow, what a lot of information in that chapter. There's the older horse talking, Alfie talking to Jenny, and they're talking about horse rustling, people stealing horses to take across to France to eat. Now, I think horse rustling is quite rare these days, especially remember we talked about this story being set in the past, because these 3 big work horses have no work left to do. And also, I think it's quite a stereotype that the French eat horses. I'm not sure how true that is. Chapter 3 is next. I wonder what Jenny's going to do about this problem. Is she going to try and help these horses? Oh, looks like they're still being unkind to her. Is she going to try and rescue them from some sort of horse rustlers? And there's Alfie and Jenny in the field again talking. I wonder who this man is. We'll read some more later in the week.